I am still very bullish on Myro despite how much it has dumped because I believe that better days are ahead. And $5, I still believe in that idea for Myro during this bull run, even though that's not financial advice. Because again, yes, I get it. Myro has dumped pretty hard. But really, we take a look at a bunch of meme coins out there. They also dumped really hard. Now, some are beginning to have an okay recovery, but we haven't seen the meme coin space kind of return to what it once was not too long ago when Bitcoin was doing very well. Now, Bitcoin is approaching $100,000, it seems like. Only time will tell, but still, there's still a lot yet to prove when it comes to these altcoins and also more specifically meme coins. So this is why I still think that the journey is still far from over because historically, Myro has proven to do pretty good when the market was doing good. So I don't see why if let's say Bitcoin goes to over $100,000, let's say 150,000, 200,000, I don't see why Myro won't go along with that ride as well. It's just my thought process. And when I take a look at Solana, I think there are better days ahead because, of course, we all know that Myro is a Solana-based meme coin, and there's a lot of great anticipation over what the Solana ETF could potentially bring for the whole space in general moving forward, especially when it comes to the one in Canada. Now, some people may be thinking that, okay, this isn't really going to do much. Well, in my opinion, it could bring a lot more attention to something like Solana, and not to mention, I think some of it is going to trickle down to these projects that are on Solana. And I think naturally, of course, it's not only just going to benefit like the non-meme coin projects, like for instance, Jupiter, but I think also the meme coins too. So I think there are better days ahead when it comes to Myro. For the longest time possible, everyone thought that, Ethereum is a lot better than Solana. But you have to think about this, right? Solana doesn't have the drawbacks that Ethereum has. Very low gas fees. It's very scalable. Also, not to mention, when we take a look at something like Ethereum, sky-high gas fees, arguably not even scalable. Now, it can rely on Ethereum layer 2s to kind of fix that type of stuff, but really, even though Ethereum has great adoption, way better than Solana, I just feel like fundamentally Solana is better, and I think a lot of people now are beginning to realize that. And I think, of course, ETFs, when it comes to projects other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think is naturally just going to be more positive for the space overall because it gives recognition to just other projects other than just again, Bitcoin and Ethereum. But even besides that point, when I take a look at Myro, the special thing about it is that it's just not simply another boring meme coin on Solana because Myro, the name, is actually named after Raj Gokhal's dog. Now, Raj Gokhale is the co-founder of Solana, so it makes sense here. For example, we take a look at something like Floki, which is named after Elon's dog. Not to mention, we take a look at Toshi, which is named after Brian Armstrong's pet cat, and Brian Armstrong is the co-founder of Coinbase. So I think these type of meme coins do have a special niche. I think they have a special place in this. And not to mention, I think Myro has a very amazing and passionate community because it's very easy for many people to give up when the price is going down, and Myro has experienced that in my opinion. But still the passion and the drive for the ones that are still here, it feels like it's there. Other meme coins out there, I feel like the community is not as passionate. I don't feel they're as driven, but this one feels very driven. It feels very passionate. And this is what I like about Myro. It just really represents a meme coin that really doesn't have the associated risk of like a microcap, which we don't really know if it's going to do good or not. But then it's not something boring like a Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, which we all know can't, let's say, hypothetically do over a 50x in the next 6 to 10 months. So I think Myro is in that unique space where the market cap is small enough to the point that it could still maybe have that hypothetical upside, especially as of right now. But then at the same time, it's not a microcap. I think it's kind of like a best of both worlds type of scenario where it's not a microcap and it's not a dinosaur either. Now, keep in mind, if Myro were to go to the price of $5, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be nearly $5 billion. That's around a 200x from here. Now, some people may be thinking, okay, that's kind of insane. But really, we have to take a look at why this isn't too crazy because we've seen Dogecoin reach over $80 billion in market cap back in 2021. That year as well, we saw Shiba Inu reach around $40 billion. I mean, this doesn't seem that bad. Myro is never going to defeat them. But the way to take a look at it is that, achieving a glimpse of what they achieved even years ago, it doesn't seem that bad. Not to mention, if let's say during this bull run, let's say it's a fully fledged bull run, and let's say Dogecoin went to a market cap this time around, hypothetically, of around 120 billion, and let's say something like Shiba Inu maybe went to 60 billion, or let's say even 80 billion. Now, let's say the top two market leaders of something like that achieves that high of a market cap. Not to mention if, let's say, Pepe reaches like 30 or $40 billion in terms of market cap. Are we saying that less than 5% of that can't flow into this? This is just my thought process, really. I mean, I don't think this is too much to ask for. This is just my opinion, especially in my opinion. If we take a look at Myro, at one point it was regarded as one of the best Solana meme coins out there, but then now people kind of forgot about it. And I understand that when it comes to meme coins more specifically, they usually tank a lot harder, like go down a lot harder, I should say, when the market isn't doing the best, because by nature, there's nothing to really latch onto when it comes to meme coins, some people may think, because they don't think it's like this meme coin with a lot of strong utility, which it doesn't have the best utility, of course, as a meme coin, but naturally, as a result of that, let's say we see Bitcoin have a pullback, or let's say the whole space not do well, this thing's going to go down a lot harder. But then there's a flip side to it, because usually when Bitcoin does very well, when altcoins do very good, typically these meme coins, especially the ones with a relatively low market cap, they typically really go along with the ride and in some cases really just overtake these projects in terms of percentage price increase. We saw that not too long ago when it comes to Myro. So why can't it be done again in the future? This is just my thought process. Now, only time will tell, but you know what? I'll have to wait and see. Now, keep in mind, Bitcoin has never reached $150,000 yet as of right now. And we already have over 600 million crypto owners currently, according to Crypto.com research. So just imagine, let's say Bitcoin reaches $300,000, which is my most bullish case price prediction for it during this bull run. Would the amount of crypto owners be quote unquote around 600 million, or would it be 700 million? Even maybe, let's say, over 800 million at that point. Who knows? But that wouldn't surprise me, because if we have this many crypto owners right now, what would it look like if Bitcoin didn't achieve better heights? And let's say altcoins start doing a lot better. Again, I don't think it's that shocking. Now, usually altcoins, as a worst case scenario, they typically peak around 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event, which based off the last Bitcoin halving event back in April of last year, it would actually mean around October this year. Now, is this a guaranteed date? No, but I think if anything, it's like some sort of food for thought, in a sense that it's something for me to take into consideration and kind of feel like, hey, you know what, maybe the bull run could be still far from over, at least based off history. There's no exact way to tell. I can't take a look into the future, but all I can take a look at is the past, and I can take a look at the present. And when I take a look at the past, when I take a look at how, again, it just kind of feels like this might not be over yet, and also the present, right? So many bullish factors. I think better days are ahead, and Myro at the price of $5, that wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. During this bull run, all I gotta do right now is just stay patient, accumulate, hold, and I just wait. That's it. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Molly the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace. Bye.